Luke, I am your father. Lola, Lola, Lola.
Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Monday. This is Devils After Dark here live in the Primetime Radio studios as we're on our backup systems right now. Sorry for the delay, folks. You probably thought Scotty and I were just pissed off and we didn't really want to do the damn it Devils recap. But instead, we are streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitter Live, but not Twitch because we were running out of time and I couldn't figure out the password. Anyway, on the Primetime Radio Network, Scotty, it's been a long day. It's been a long drive from Taj Lounge 973. Thank you to all those that came out to support.
Yeah.
The building was starting to fill up. I was shocked. Because
lots of orders of the catfish, I hear.
It was actually the salmon today.
Oh, the salmon today.
Yeah.
Oh, and we lost. Oh, well, now we know exactly who to blame. There's Salmon Sam Woo. Go on and order in on the different menu. Didn't we say the catfish was our lucky food?
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, straight away. But yeah, let's get on with it. Let's just get it over with. The damn it Devils recap.
Let's get it over with. I thought of a lot of jokes, but I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, what's up, news reporter Sam Woo? We know when we hear that serious tone that it wasn't a good day for our boys, the Devils, who dropped one in the shootout, 3-2 to the lowly Ottawa Senators. What was supposed to be a couple of get-right games here kind of went a little bit wrong there in the end. But yes, welcome to another edition of Devils After Dark. Not ringing those hell's bells tonight. So let's get to it. Boys started off a little bit good, a little bit better, than before because we've seen them just come out asleep. And, they're down like 2-0 before they start playing. But today, they came out and they scored early. Sam Woo's favorite defenseman in the world, Damon Severson, on a shot from the point, which we originally thought was tipped by Pavel Zacha. Dano on the call there. But I honestly don't know how Zacha actually missed it. It really just did not hit his stick. Damon Severson with the shot there, and kind of funny because later in the period as well, Zacha rifled one off the post. So kind of some bad puck luck for our man Pavel Zacha on the day. Also, by the way, that was Severson's third from Siegenthaler, his fifth, and Jesper Bratt, who's been a point machine, his 14th assist. 35 seconds into the game, Devils also took a penalty right after that, which should probably have set the mood for the remainder of the game. There were some very high points and some very low points where we were wondering what was going on. Speaking of Jesper Bratt, he was someone I actually did think had a good game. Shot out of a cannon in that first period and all over. Lines jumbled. What's
Jack,
going on?
I would never let you go, Jack.
Jack, why are you playing on that line over there, Jack? Why
are you scoring, Jack? Why are you scoring?
Why are all these lines jumbled up and being shuffled around? We have a pretty good line going with Dawson Mercer and Yatsen and Jesper Bratt. Let's break them up. I don't get with the line thing. So, but whatever. Yeah, we're going through that. First period was kind of a little bit blah after that, Severson scored really early on. And then again, nothing too much after that. And a trend started forming, which lasted all game, which has been lasting past couple games. Devils have no outlet passes. They cannot get out of the zone and connect on passes. And they just give it up in the neutral zone. And Ottawa's just taking it and firing it right back in. Don't get me wrong. Like we said, some highs and some lows. There were some points, especially early in the second period, right in the first couple minutes of the second period. The Devils had sustained pressure in the Senators' zone. And you know what happened, Sam Wu? I will tell you what happened. Oh, wait, no, that happened in the third period, didn't it? Never mind, that was the third period. Getting ahead of my notes. That's right. Second period, you know what happened
Just
at the
get it
beginning?
over with. Just get it over with.
Just get over with. The Devils actually got a call. They got a call from the refs on a goaltender interference, a goal reversed on the Ottawa Senators. Can't remember exactly who it was, but clearly ran directly into Blackwood with Blackwood in the crease. I mean, it wasn't like Blackwood was way out near the front. He was hugging the post line. Thought that was actually a good call. Was sure it was going to go against us, but it actually seemed that the refs got that one right. Maybe if Blackwood was a little bit farther out, would have been a different story, but he was hugging the post right there. So, hey, we actually got a call. What do you know? And then, Ottawa scored. Batherson got his 8th. Kachuk was on there too. Kachuk got the second goal by the Sens later in the period. But Batherson there had himself a heck of a game, getting the first goal, tying it up in the second period, 7:15 into it on the wrister. And then, wouldn't you know it, Sam Wu, on his birthday, Nathan Bastian gets his second as a New Jersey Hockey Devil, his third of the year. Huge face-off win. I don't know if you saw the game on the intermission. Bryce Salvador broke this one down very well. Huge face-off win by our man Mikey McLeod, taking out 2 guys. PK Subban getting to the point, rifling that shot, and Bastian with the moving screen, not just standing still in front of the goaltender. The moving screen in front of Forsberg gets the tip and puts it home. Devils back in front, 2-1. But then we talked about it already. Brady Tkachuk ties it up a little later. Batherson got an assist on that one as well, his 12th. And really, I mean, that whole goal, was because the Devils could not get out of the zone. They would get possession and they would try to fire it out, make an errant pass, and the Senators would recover and they would lock him in. It was very frustrating at times watching this game again because we have the talent, but there's something off on this team right now. And man, Sam Wu, I tell you, those passes trying to get out of the zone were just atrocious. Just atrocious. If they weren't carrying the puck in themselves or dump and chase, that's it. It was a turnover, it felt like. They could not get anything. But I will say, like we mentioned, I was a little early on, the start of the third period, good solid of almost about 2 minutes pressure in the center zone. They had them pinned in, and then, you know what happened, Sam Wu? We've had the butt puck. Well, tonight, we had the nut puck because Nico Hischier lined up a blast, and I don't remember who it was from the Ottawa Senators, came in with legs kind of open, and oh boy, nut puck, Sam Wu.
That's a new terminology here on Devils After Dark. Nut puck.
Yes. We've had the butt puck. We've had the head butt puck. Now we have the nut puck. By that brave man standing in front of Nico Hischier, winding up with a scorcher of a rocket. But you know what happened? Puck was cleared out of the zone. And then you know what? Devils couldn't get back in for a while. Jimmy Vesey had a nice chance a little later on. Showed some good patience. Jack Hughes hit the post. Jack still looks like he's really finding his groove. Ryan Graves had a iffy game, but he made a great block of a shot with his stick about, 5, 6, 7 minutes ago in the game. The Devils were getting a little lax on defense, and there was a chance right in the slot, but Ryan Graves was there. He's got that long stick, that big long reach, and, he made it happen. Overtime wasn't really that great for the Devils. They had one really good opportunity with Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, and Dougie Hamilton. That was very close to putting it home. All 3 of them actually got good scoring chances on that shift. But, the Sens controlled the puck. They had possession for like the first 2.5 minutes of OT, get into the shootout, and, the Devils don't come out. Tatar puts one home, but everybody else, Jesper Bratt doesn't get one. And you know who missed the last one, Sam Wu? It was coming down to the wire. And he was coming out.
Is that the cue? Is that the cue?
That's the cue.
Hold on,
I'm coming down to the wire. It was in overtime.
Oh. 4th and 10. And the Devils elect to take the field goal.
They're going to kick a miracle. They need to kick a miracle, Sam.
Andre Johnson lining up. The kick. Blocked. Blocked. The Senators block it. And the Devils lose at home. Surprise, surprise. The autumn wind.
The Ottawa wind? Wow. The autumn wind of the Ottawa Senators?
Yeah.
Is that Sam? We're going to call you Sam Papa. Sam Papa. I think that's what we got to call you now. Or Bob Wu. Which one do you want? Bob Wu or Sam Papa? Which one?
I want to be Puck
Dead
Wu.
Red. Puck Wu?
Yeah, definitely wasn't Dead Red.
Just don't
sorry, I fell asleep there.
That's all right. You're good. You're good. It's been a long day. We got a lot of technical things that Sam Wu's actually taking care of, and here I go put him on the spot to make a football call on the hockey show. You know, shots on goal here for the Sens. 5-9-8.
Luke, I am your father. Lord,
Look out, Damon. Luke, he's coming from Michigan. By the way, there was another Michigan game on the old Big Ten channel. I saw the other day. Shots on goal for the Sens, 5-9-8. 1 in OT for a total of 23. Dev, 7-7-7. Lucky sevens. Not really. And the 3 chances right there in OT from Nico, Jack, and Dougie. Face-offs, we had the edge very slightly. Power plays, we didn't get one. But we killed our only penalty kill there. Hits, 29-23. Slight edge for us. Blocks, 10-19. Goes to the Sens. Giveaways, 9. Takeaways, 12. Not so bad there either. Stars of the game, Norris Kachuk, and Damon Severson got the 3rd star of the game. So Devils lose a game where I guess you can say the Sens have won a couple in a row, but come on, this is one that we wanted. We get a reeling Philadelphia that comes after this. Just fired their head coach. They've had plenty of problems, but the Devils are now, believe it or not, it may not seem like it, but Devils are 500. They're 9-9-5. Okay? So we're definitely at what Sam Wu and I were talking about, a few weeks ago, a spiral. We are in this spiral. We have these 2 games here where we can sort of get ourselves right, or at least feeling a little good about ourselves before we have to go and, we got Nashville coming back, who wiped the floor with us over there on Thanksgiving. And then we got the Islanders, who have been struggling as well. Believe it or not, the Islanders haven't won a game at home. I should not say anything of the sort right now because I don't want to jinx us going in there for the first time. But believe it or not, because I was just looking at some home and road records for the Devils, because the Devils had just seemed so out of it. I was, on the road, they're 3-5-2, but tonight they just, I thought they were going to come out and really, really play hard, but I don't know. Either way, we got Philly, Nashville, and the Islanders coming up, and then Philly again before the Knights come to town, another one of those tough West Coast teams. Sam Wu, those outlet passes were killing us tonight. I mean, just killing us. And the chemistry just looks off. These lines are jumbled. I'm going to blame that stupid jersey. Ever since they announced that damn jersey, everything has been in chaos. Chaos, I tell you.
My life hasn't been the same.
Nut pucks. I don't know what's going on here anymore. So tell me, Sam Wu, was there anything that we missed or anything you want to follow up on that we were just talking about?
I want to focus on a couple positives here because I'm really stretching.
Okay. All right.
Number one, you're facing one of the worst penalty killing units in the NHL, and we didn't even get a power play, right? So that stinks. But they didn't get a power play goal because they were 0 for 1. So I guess the refs weren't really calling anything today. I wouldn't exactly say it was a clean game, but I don't know. The Devils did get a point. If you're going to, split one, or, at least Ottawa's not in the Metropolitan Division. Wednesday is going to be the big game, and Saturday is going to be the big game when it comes to standings, Metropolitan Division. And the Devils have a winning record against Metropolitan Division teams so far. So I think, gaining this point here, but let's be honest, Scotty, this is not negative, Sam, but I'm just speaking the truth. They should have gotten 2 points here tonight.
Definitely.
They left 1 point on the table, which I don't like. I think right now, if Lindy Ruff has to be on the hot seat right now.
I mean, what else is it? Because they look so lost and confused out there. Like, I don't get what has happened. Like, Jack Hughes came back. This should be a big positive for our team, but they seem like unprepared. Like, I don't know if was I exaggerating with all these outlet passes that they were missing? Like, anyone, please, on Twitter or Facebook, or YouTube, tell me I'm crazy. And I was just reimagining that they were just missing all these passes today, trying to get out of the zone. I mean, it was just shot down. Like, they get to the neutral zone, and Ottawa, freaking Ottawa, like, is
I don't get it either. But I don't like to point fingers at coaches, because that's an easy target. But the good news here is they did get the first goal. And early, because recently they've been giving up the first 3 goals early before we can sit down. It's getting back to that, and we don't
want to go back to Rangers Hate Week 2020. Remember that? Oh man, that was terrible. Be 2 minutes into the game, be 4-0. We're like, what? Why? I didn't even turn it on yet. What happened? Wow. How? Why?
It's frustrating. It's frustrating. We were frustrated last night on the podcast. I know fans were frustrated when they were at Taj Lounge 973, privately telling me how things suck with the Devils, both on and off the ice. And, sometimes I'm kind of... Sometimes random people come to me, they tell me things and, how they feel about the team and all, and the consensus is everyone's frustrated and this keeps on happening. And until there are fundamental changes that need to be made, one suggestion was sell the team. We tried that last year, but we realized that's not going to happen anytime soon. Buy Doge.
That one's not,
buy Doge. It's not really realistic. Yeah, but in all honesty,
my question is, Sam Wu, like, we talked many times on this that Lindy had such a good feel for this team, and now are we just way off in our assessment? Because everyone seems to be on the same thing here. Like, they don't look prepared. They look sloppy. They don't look like they know what they're doing out there. That's usually like a coaching issue, like, I don't know. Am I wrong?
How could it go from so right to so wrong in such a short period of time? That's the part I want to know.
That's what I'm saying.
Are the players scared? Did Lindy say something that got them scared? Or are they just nervous? Or they're trying too hard?
I don't know.
I'm
not a fan of the line jumbling either. I'm really not. Like, if you're gonna, like, you have this line on fire with Bratt and Janssen and Mercer, keep them friggin' together. Like, put Kwokin in and Sharon Govich back with Jack Hughes and just put them on the third line until Jack gets ready. Let Mercer go crazy. Get Tatar back with Nico and Pavel Zacha. because they were actually doing something. I don't know. I don't know.
I'll tell you.
You want to move
you know
Tatar
what?
down? I don't know. I like VC down with McLeod. VC and McLeod were really rolling together. Like that's when we had that fourth line going. Is when VC was down there with McLeod to give it a little bit more pop. Putting him up on that third line, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how much of a fan of that I am. I don't know. I'm no hockey coach, but
Scotty, I'm going to tell you something.
did well too. Kokkonen did well in that fourth line. You know, VC had a good opportunity today, but I don't know.
I got to tell you something, Scotty. If they walk away winless by the end of Saturday, I hope Tom Fitzgerald has a replacement. And I hate to say it because, again, it's nothing personal against Lindy.
No.
Something needs to change, but I don't know if it's the players. I don't know if it's the team culture. I'm trying to figure this thing out because it keeps on happening. And one of the things that we talked about,
the last 10.
Yeah, and one of the things we talked about, first off, this is a pattern that we know what the script is right now. We've seen this last year. We've seen this the previous year. We've seen it other than the Taylor Hall MVP season. We've seen it. Somewhere around this time, it becomes fool's gold. 15, 20 games into the season, suddenly the big bleeding starts. They can't stop losing. And yes, you've gained a point here. Yes, the third jerseys are coming out on Wednesday, and we're playing against the Flyers and all.
Just skip them. Like no one.
They're all distractions. I don't want a third jersey right now. I just want a W. I just want a solid win. I want a win that's so convincing that this team is good before I spend any more money at that arena. All right? I have season tickets, and I got to tell you, it's and I got to go along with Shorts guy on it. It's not fun anymore. Winning will solve everything. It'll start the healing process. But when there's no consistency, and we were told we're going to, this is the process, this is this. Now, again, I like Tom Fitzgerald. I love the picks. But why aren't they winning? That's what I want to know. Why aren't they winning? And you know what?
They seem to hit a wall.
Yeah.
They hit a wall. And then they can't get over this wall. Because they started out good. Let's face it, we're still 500. We're 9-9-5. We're not buried like we were the past couple years because they started out well, but they've hit this same wall. Where now all of a sudden it's just like they forget how to play for like good portions of the game. Do
you think Lindy Ruff is the right coach for this team?
I don't know. I thought he was, but I don't know. And I'm sure. I mean, everything that's. Going
there
on
was a reason. There was a reason why Ranger fans were laughing when he came, but I didn't think it was fair at the time. But starting to wonder.
Lindy also had he had a lot of success, though. I mean, in Florida,
Buffalo
beforehand, and then Buffalo, Dallas. I mean, every coach gets fired and stuff like that. Listen. We talked numerous times where it was like we thought this should happen. We thought this should happen, and Lindy did the opposite thing, and it was completely right. Remember a couple weeks ago when Severson punched the guy in the face with a stick, and then he threw him out there for the penalty kill. I mean for the penalty for the shootout, and I can't even talk anymore. I'm so frustrated. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing out there? Why is he on the bench? And then he goes and does this like pretty sick move and puts the puck in the net, Like, okay, you got me, Lindy, but how is it like, this is a pretty big, it just seems like I don't know. It just, it's frustrating to watch them kind of revert to these old ways. And it seems, you're right. It does seem like they hit a wall at a certain point, and then it kind of like crashes and burns. How do we stop that from happening? How do we stop that tailspin from happening? You know, Dougie is here now. We have some veteran leadership on there. Nico's a couple years older. Pavel Zacha's a couple years older. Damon Severson. Those guys with the A, and C, they got to step up in that room and have a little team meeting and, got to get this straightened out. You got a perfect chance to get right against Philly. They are reeling right now. I think they lost again tonight. They just fired Vigneault. Where did they lose? Hang on. Let me pull this up right because I have this thing here. Because the Devils have lost 4 in a row now. They've lost 9. They've lost 9. Islanders have lost 11.
I'll tell you what.
Jeez.
I'll tell you
if there are
what.
2 teams to get right against that you want to play right now, it's the friggin' Flyers and the Islanders. So let's see it, boys. Let's go out there and let's get the job done here. Turn it around.
But if they don't, Scotty, they don't. And also, for fans that want to, fire coaches, who are you going to replace Lindy Ruff and the rest of the staff with? Or does the staff stay but not Lindy Ruff? Or who? How does this all work? Do we stick with the plan? We've been sticking with the plan for years now. It's going on for years. And as far as I'm concerned,
well, see,
I haven't seen anything. We haven't seen anything.
You made me think of something though. And that's a good question. This was Shiro's downfall. He stuck with Hines way too long, and Fitzgerald saw that. So is he going to have a little itchy trigger finger here?
Well,
I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
Are we just overreacting as fans?
Well,
I don't.
This is what we're going to have to do.
I don't think so.
This is what I think. This is what I think. We can't look at the Lou Lamoriello blueprint because this team is not built like the old days. So we got to scratch that out. We have to look at the Pittsburgh Penguins, what they did, because this entire team models the way what Ray Shero and Tom Fitzgerald, both with the Penguins, built that team. It looks eerily similar. The only difference is they were winning. They went on to win cups, and we're still stuck in, in a startup stage.
Sidney Crosby. Yeah, we didn't get Sidney. We didn't get more. We didn't get Connor McDavid. That's what happened. We didn't get Connor McDavid a few years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe that would have made a difference. But either way, we're definitely built differently. But something's got to happen, and that's going to be Shero stuck with Hines way too long, and it cost them. If this team continues, if we don't beat Philly, and if we lose to the Islanders, like you said, if we continue to be winless through these next 2 games, there's going to be some serious discussion.
And this is just
coming up.
This is just speculating because I thought seeing Mark Dennehy, who coached not the River Rats,
Brian Dennehy,
the Bing Devils last year. He gets moved or quote unquote promoted. They bring in Kevin
Tom
Dineen.
Callahan.
Oh, I know that movie.
Yeah, that's Brian Dennehy.
And also this clip.
Luke, I am your father.
But seriously, do you think Dineen would be the guy?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if they would do something, with one of the assistants that are there. I mean, obviously Nasruddin took over, and actually we saw the team play pretty well under Naz when he was the head coach. I know a lot of people get on him for the defense and everything, but also we saw that once he took over and he started implicating more of his head coaching philosophy and system, we actually saw the Devils respond to it. So I don't know. I'm not in that locker room. I don't know if there's something going on there, what's happening, if there's some disconnect between the coaches, but something has got to be done. If they're still winless, if they don't get right over these next 2 games, something's got to be done to kind of shake up this team a little bit, because they're just tail spinning in the wrong direction, and something has got to stop it. Someone has got to go in there and be the stopper.
Yeah.
Early in the year, it was Pavel Zacha. We talked about it a couple of games ago when Cancelosi threw out that stat that at the time 7 of his 8 goals had come in the third period or after. Now, since then, Pavel's that's some big time scoring right there. We haven't seen that from him in the past couple of games. He's been snake bitten.
Yeah.
There's stuff that needs to be fixed. I'm not sure how you're supposed to fix it though.
The reason why I'm talking about firing coaches is that was the theme today, Monday morning. Coaches getting fired.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's too early for that.
Are you going to apply? You should send in your resume online. I'm sure they got a Indeed.
Should I send them that podcast about the NFC?
Yeah, about the NFC. We should all apply to be head coach. Why not? They got to post that, right? They got to post that. They can't just hire internally. They got to post that one.
You know what? And let the rumors start. When Damon Severson, if I'm coaching Damon Severson, he's like, I listen to the podcast. I listen to the podcast. I have nothing to say to you. You're nothing. You're dead to me. I'd be like, those were different times, Damon.
He's going to shoot pucks at you like John Madden at Claude Julien, right?
Yeah.
We'll get into that another time.
Is that a true story? That's a true story, right?
We'll talk about another thing. You're the one who told me. But, hey, is he still coaching?
No, I think he just got fired by Montreal a while ago. But I think seriously, I think that story. I think Madden did do that, and when Lou saw that, he realized that he may have lost control of the team, and that's why he abruptly fired him towards the end of the season when they had a winning record. So I think that's how that story went. But
I don't know. I can't see Lindy really losing control of the team like that, but I don't get they're not responding for some reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something they're not telling us. I don't know. But something's got to change, or else Fitzy's gonna be forced to make some sort of move, albeit like a trade or a coaching replacement or something.
Or do these players not play Lindy's system well? I don't know, because I've said this.
He's got an offensive
I've
system.
said this a couple. I've said this a couple times in the past 2 seasons under Lindy Ruff. Like, sometimes I just see that the fundamentals are not even there. Some of the most basic things you learn are not even there. All these home run passes, they're not working. They don't consistently work. They only work is when you're consistent with the basics. Like, you can't just start skipping steps, getting the puck out of the zone. It first starts with the defense, the outlet pass. That is the first step. That's the most important step, because it sets. When you've got your forward, whoever is receiving that puck, they take the momentum of that puck, catch it on, or not catch it, but tape to tape, and then that forward momentum through the neutral zone, that's the speed. Then the skill comes in. Either you dump it in or you pass it to the other guy. You have options, but they can't even get the first pass right.
We got some interesting trade suggestions going on the old Facebook Live page over here.
I'm seeing a lot of YouTube Lives. You can concentrate
we got some
on
gems
Facebook.
Here. Our buddy Nick Schock, trade Ty Smith for Quinn Hughes.
I don't think it's a personnel thing, though.
So Andrew Gilbert is saying, Sam, it's not Ruff's fault. The players aren't talented enough. I don't know. I think we have. Barry's hitting it there. Lack of finishers. Holtz isn't ready. I mean, that could be what it is. I really think Nico, he seems to be turning into one of those assist machines, but he's only chipping in goals. And you see the creativity when he's out there. He makes things happen, and he makes the players on the ice around him better. but I think it's true. He does. He needs like someone who's just got that rocket shot. And Zaka has been shooting more. They've had good success so far, but they need more.
I don't know, Scotty. Used to be so easy 20 years ago. Remember back in 2001?
And Ryan over here is saying it's the system, not the players. So I think we're all spread out here. You know, some of us think we don't have the talent. Some of us think it's the system. Some of us.
I don't think we have an identity at this point because I don't even know if this is a defensive team or an offensive team. I don't know what this team is. Right?
That's true.
Do we have great goaltending? I think our goaltending sucks right now. Our goaltending can't win shootouts. You know, at times they'll post a goose egg. You know, a shutout. But at the same time, I don't think the defense is doing them any favors either. I don't know what this team is. I don't think even the Devils management knows what this team is. I don't think they even know what New Jersey is. What the fan base wants, you know.
Definitely not with that third jersey. That's I'm still not over that thing.
I put out a Photoshop of that third jersey with A Christmas Story, and I put it out on Twitter thinking it would go viral, and I only got 5 likes. I thought it was funny. And then I put out that video of Andre Johnson and Andre Janssen helmetless fighting, thinking that it would be a funny video to put out. Maybe it'll go viral. People will like it. It was a dud. Just like this team. It was just a dud.
Donnell is saying Devils don't play hard enough to win against the Senators. And once again, they go to a shootout and they lose. And he's saying coaching staff. So, I mean, he has accountability for himself, team and defense. Hamilton. So that's another one we're talking about here is Nico for Quinn. And Dougie for captain. Wow. See, this is that would be a crazy shakeup. That would definitely be a crazy shakeup. I don't know. We're going to have to see where things go.
Ricky
what do we got on YouTube and Twitter over there?
Yeah, Ricky, he said this early on. There's a lot of comments and questions, but Ricky says, Sam, Scotty, what are your thoughts on the development or lack thereof with our young players? It seems like literally no one is taking positive strides when they should be.
Utica Comets are doing pretty well right now. And I know they're not the Devils, but that is our youth that is coming up. And, you know, if I'm looking at the team, Dawson Mercer looks pretty good over there. You're going to turn me into Larry David. I'm not giving up on Jack Hughes. We do have some really young talent. I gotta say, Jesper Bratt has been he's been playing really well. He's been point producing on this team. I think there's some others that it's going to be a little tricky for, but I do see development of some of our young talent. A lot of it is still down there at Utica, though, you know? So I do see development, but
I see individual development, but I don't see team chemistry. I don't see them playing as a team. I see Jack Hughes making fancy schmancy moves, but like in that overtime, I'm thinking like, and I can't say this on air because it's a little derogatory, but stop playing around with the puck. You know, it's like, are you going to take a shot already? Like, you can move all you want. The goalie's seeing the puck. That fancy schmancy stuff is not going to work. And then what happens? They turn it over and it's going back the other way. But luckily, they're playing a crappy team just like the Devils, and they didn't do anything with it. If it was, Minnesota or any other team, it's like, I think, and maybe, and I hate to throw anybody under the bus because I still don't understand it, but maybe this is analytics. Maybe this is what's ruined the game and ruined the team. The freaking numbers, okay? I was reading more stuff about this freaking team, and I'm reading these cut and paste graphs and all this kind of crap, and it's like, what the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have to get it. I don't know what that is.
Those analytics, all it means, Scotty, is those analytics are basically excuses, because when I look at the, how many goals Tatar had earlier in the season, he had nothing. So those stats mean nothing to me. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have anything earlier in the season.
But now he's starting
it only
to heat
counts
up.
when you put. Now he's playing a little bit better, but then they went and switched up the lines. They started to get a little bit of chemistry. Like, why would you break up that Mercer line? Like, I don't get it. Those guys were really starting to pile them on. Like, you could have moved them into a second line and then moved Jack down with Kwokanen and Sharangovich to a third line. Let them get comfortable with themselves again. If it doesn't work out, then okay. Then we'll see what else we got going on. But that was a pretty hot trio last year for the entire season. Well, I mean, when Jack was there. But they played well for an extended period of time. Move VC back down to the fourth line. Give them more pop down there. I don't know. I was a little shocked to see these things. Don't get it. But
I know.
Like I said, I'm not an NHL coach, so I'm trying not to doubt too much. But they better make something happen.
For Scotty, you may not be an NHL coach, but at least you're seeing what the problem is. Like, you're identifying why this team isn't doing well. I think things are just gotten too complex where the players can't even play hockey right now. And that's why I brought up the analytics, because are they using these numbers to the point where they're developing certain plays that the players really don't understand or get and can't connect a simple pass? Some of this basic... that's the biggest debate in all sports, like baseball. It's been said that it's ruined the game. Now they have a lockout because of it, because the players are locking out because of these analytics, because it's changed the game, the salaries and how teams, pick players and yada, yada, yada. I don't know if it's true or not, but, right now, I think the talent's there. I think the coaching's there. But I just don't understand. Maybe it's not the right coaching.
Yeah, maybe it's not the right coaching for this team.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I mean, sometimes... Go ahead. I was just going to say I agree with...
I was going to say I agree with you when you said about the Lindy, the home run... Basically, the home run pass, like they do try that a lot, and when they connect on it, it's great. But when they don't, it's a giveaway. It's just turning possession back over. And you probably, if you're in the second period, you got the long change. You're not going to be able to get a change out of that, and then your defense is going to get stuck with the opposing team coming back at you full force. Like, I don't know, man. I was super
I'm all about the north-south stretching the ice, but if you can't do it, don't do it. You better make that pass tape to tape. And
you know what? And north to south is, I mean, it's fun, but I've seen Tampa Bay go east to west as well, and they spread you out just fine. Just fine. And before you know it, Stamkos is running up the side, all alone. Like, Jack Hughes can do that. He can do that. He can get away. But they got to carry it in the zone. I feel like Jack is like the only one who actually can carry it into the zone. Everyone else is just dumping it, or it's an errant pass.
Yeah.
Make a crisp pass.
I agree.
Like, I don't know. Super, super frustrating. Anyone else out there on YouTube Live? Hey, what's up to our boy Campbell down there in New Zealand? Watching us right now. Anyone else up on YouTube?
John Perkowski says at least our power play looked good tonight. At least I wasn't disappointed on the power play.
Yeah, power play looked awesome tonight.
Oh,
anyone else up there? We had some good 4-on-4 chances. We had some good 4-on-4 chances. I will say that. We had a couple of 4-on-4 opportunities. But again, nothing sustained, and the Devils they go to sleep for periods of time. Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't be doing that on a team like Ottawa.
You know what this team needs then? They need John Tortorella to wake them up. They need somebody to really get under their skin, because he does not belong on ESPN, not because I don't like him. I think he needs to be behind the Devils bench. He needs to bench players that aren't playing well, hold them accountable.
Can we request press credentials for that if he takes over? Because I want to get like berated by John Tortorella. I just want him to like lay into me. I'll ask something stupid on purpose just for him to like. And then I'll ask something smart.
I would love. Oh, you know how these press conferences are working. We had this discussion last night. It's like, okay, what softball question is the coach going to get? I would love to see fastball questions with John Tortorella. I want to see Larry Brooks back in the locker room covering the Devils on assignment for the New York Post, just so he can ask John Tortorella some questions. Campbell writes, definitely no torts. Look, you got to light a fire under these players. That's one way to do it. Short term,
something's going to happen,
but
it could. I mean, hey, it could be a calling up someone as well. You know, that could be a way to do it too. You know, we've seen a lot of guys move back and forth from Utica. That could be a thing that happens as well. Maybe it's not a firing of Lindy. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. There's something off.
Though.
Something's. I like Lindy too. I really do. I thought he really had the pulse of the team, but something is off. There's something not connecting.
I even thought that Mark Recchi may be the guy to turn it around offensively, and I had such high hopes, and I'm still dreaming of that.
The specialty teams are getting better. You know, they're not very good ranking, but they've actually gotten better. It does look like they've corrected some things on it, you know, but we still see that like revert back to like, you know, we'll just let someone wide open in front of the net and not cover them. You know, like
you got to get these points, Scotty. You got to get these points. I know. Because towards the end of the season, it's gonna be tough to catch up, especially with the 3 points. You know, it's gonna be. Bassett guy says, let Isles fire Trotz and snatch him up.
We'll see. Oh, that'll be an interesting situation over there. We'll see what happens. I mean, yeah, dude, the Islanders are just whoa. I don't think anyone really saw that happening. But again, for the Devils, they have this opportunity here. Fellas, please go out and grab it. These next two teams are reeling. They are reeling. Use them to get yourselves right. Go out there and just hustle, play hard, 60 minutes, 4 lines. Have that finish that was there at the beginning of the year. Use your speed to your advantage. You guys are all fast as hell. Use that speed. The only one I've really been seeing it lately is Jesper Bratt.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone else has forgot how to use their speed.
He's been the only consistent one, really, from start to finish.
And he had a terrible start. Well, he had a terrible start. He didn't have any points in the first 5 or 6 games, and then all of a sudden, Lindy benched him after that terrible play that he did over there, actually by the benches, right? The puck just went right by him. He benched him for the whole second period, the whole third period, and then he came back like a ball of fire and has not stopped since. I've been very happy with Jesper Bratt's play. He's one that I can't complain about.
Yeah.
Leading the team in points after starting with whatever it was, 5-6 games with no points, he's leading the team in points. So that should tell you what his production level has been at. And he's been the guy to spark the lines. That's what they moved tonight. They moved Tatar and moved Jesper back up with Nico. Spark that line. Move Tatar down with Mercer and Janssen and see if that worked. Anyway, Sam, we're going really long here. I want to thank everyone on Facebook Live, on Twitter Live, on YouTube Live for joining in, for us venting here. We all need to vent as fans. We gotta let it out. Especially when our team is in this frustrating state, in this little spiral. But like we talked about, we are still at 500, and we got these next 2 games that are very winnable to get us back above the 500. We're 9-9-5. You know, we're not 4-12-2 or something like that. 9-9 is not the end of the world.
Steve Tardis, did you see his comment?
What are you saying?
No win zone.
No wins.
Oh, that's funny.
Good. I like that. See, we can still have our sarcastic Jersey attitudes and have fun and be a little frustrated and vent all at the same time. It's all in good fun. We all love this team. We all want to see them win. We all want to see them prove us wrong. Do it the next game, guys. Please go prove us wrong and go out there and perform like the team that was performing earlier in the year, playing that full game.
Also, I want to thank everyone that came out to Taj Lounge 973. Wednesday is going to be a triple header like you wouldn't believe at Taj Lounge 973. Game Day Live, Vinny Parisi and I, 6 p.m. Eastern. At 8:30 p.m. Eastern, State of the Fan Address will be running through the game at Taj Lounge 973. Nick Villano and I will be doing that, and then quickly shift over to Devils After Dark at Taj Lounge 973, as I'll be on location, hopefully for a Happy Devils recap. None of this. We've been using a lot of this damn it Devils recap, but
Yeah, let's get back to the happy.
It happens. One. Yeah, we need to be happy. Dropping this podcast at midnight. I want to thank everybody for coming out. And well, Scotty, this is Devils After
Things
Dark.
Things go wrong. You don't know what to do. In your name, Sam Wu. Don't worry. Be happy.
Till next time, let's go Devils.